benefits of it is that it gives you the ability, again, to hear the speech of Allah even if you don't understand it. There's a famous narration about Imam Ahmed, well-known narration. It was collected by Imam Abu Ya'la al-Mawsili in his book Tabaqat al-Hanabiya, with an authentic chain of narration, famous riwayah about Imam Ahmed. And Imam Ahmed said to the people that he saw his Lord in a dream the previous night. He saw his Lord in a dream the previous night. And he said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this well-known narration, "Oh my Lord, what is it that the sincere, devout servant, what is it that he can do in order to draw closer to you and to come closer to you?" And Imam Ahmed in this dream, in this authentic narration about him, he said that Allah Ta'ala said to him, "Ya Ahmed, kalimati, Ahmed, my servant who's devout wants to draw close to me, then let him read my words. Let him read the kalam of Allah. Let him read the Quran." And Imam Ahmed said that he said to Allah in the dream, should he read it with understanding or without understanding? And Imam Ahmed said that Allah Ta'ala told him in this dream, whether it's with understanding or without understanding, if he reads my words, he'll come closer to me. Now maybe during the Q&A session, we can elaborate a little bit more about this dream about Imam Ahmed or dreams in general. But this is an authentic statement that's well known and famous about Imam Ahmed. And the point that I want to draw from this is the recitation of the Quran or listening to the Quran, whether you understand it or whether you don't understand it, it is beneficial. So if you don't read it for yourself, you find it difficult, then be an individual who finds himself in the masjid praying behind the imam, because that's one of the benefits of the Taraweeh prayer. Another benefit of the Taraweeh prayer, and this is applicable to many Muslims today, that is, the very first thing that Allah is going to ask the people about Yawm al-Qiyamah, does anyone know? What is the very first thing that Allah is going to ask you about Yawm al-Qiyamah? Does anyone know? He's going to ask you about your salah. If your salah was complete, right and exact, then all of your other deeds are going to be complete, right and exact. There are people who are fasting and they don't pray. Wallahi, thumma billahi, thumma tallahi. There is no sawm without the salat. If your salat is lacking, your sawm is going to be lacking. Anyway, the Prophet went on to say in this hadith, which goes to show one of the tremendous benefits of at-Taraweeh. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن انتقص من فريدته شيء قال الله عز وجل انظروا هل لعبدي من تطوع فيكمل به فريدته. If his salat is complete, right and exact, all of his deeds are going to be affected, complete, right and exact. But if his farida, his wajib salah, if it's lacking, Allah Ta'ala is going to say to the malaika, look at my servant's salah. Look at his salah. Look at his tatawwa, the nawafil, whatever they happen to be. Any prayer that is not from the farida is from the tatawwa. Any prayer that you could possibly think of. And with that prayer, your salat that maybe you abandoned when you were younger, it will be made to become complete. So there are many people who are here right now, wallahu alam, at one point or another during your life, after becoming bad, you were 16, 17, you stopped praying for whatever reason. People who didn't pray during certain portions of their lives. He became religious at the age of 35. She started praying at the age of 25. What about all of those salawat that you owe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala previous to that? The salat of Taraweeh is one of the ways that you can get the farida built back up. So when you're standing in the saf and shaitan comes to you and he says to you, oh, my feet are burning. Oh, I'm so tired. Just remember that that Taraweeh prayer helps your previous prayers that you abandoned to become complete. But that shouldn't be understood to mean that the Taraweeh prayer is equal to the Farida. The Farida prayer is the most important issues in a person's life after the Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another benefit, Ikhwani, about the recitation of the Quran in the Taraweeh prayer as well, is that this is one of the sunnahs that have been left off, one of the sunnahs that are mahjura by many of the people. The Taraweeh prayer, when the man came to the Prophet ﷺ and he asked him, Ya Rasulullah, Ayyu salati afdal? What is the best salah? He told the man ﷺ, Tul qiyam, the prayer where you stand up for a long time. The prayer in which you stand up and you pray to Allah Azza wa Jal and you're in qiyam for a long time. The salah of many of the people today. If he does wake up for Salat al-Fajr and he prays in his home, if he does wake up, he may not pray the Rakat al-Fajr, the two sunnahs. He may just pray the Salat al-Fajr, Salat al-Subh, and he prays it with small surahs. He's used to that. Whenever he prays with the smallest surahs from Juz Amma. Maybe because he doesn't memorize a lot. So he's only able to pray with the small and short qiyam. So when a man comes to the masjid and he prays behind the imam, he hears the kalam of Allah Ta'ala, الَّذِي لَا يُشْبَعْ مِنْهُ, and also he follows that sunnah of tul qiyam. During the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, when Umar came into the masjid in the famous narration and he saw the Muslims praying in different groups, and he didn't like the ikhtilaf that existed. Although the ikhtilaf that existed, it had its proof. Those people were praying over there, they had a dalil to pray over there. And those people were praying over there at the same time, they had a proof. And those people over there, those people jama'at. But Umar radiallahu anhu, knowing the religion, even if there's a dalil that causes ikhtilaf, even if each group has something that is holding on to, the Muslims have to do their best to try to remain united. Start Ramadan at the same time, break Ramadan at the same time. So although I may be from a country, I'm from Yemen, for an example, and in Yemen, they're going to break from Ramadan tomorrow. But I know that the people here in Newcastle want to break the following day. Although I have a dalil to follow the people in Yemen, we should do our best to stay united as much as possible, because this is from the religion. Anyway, Umar radiallahu anhu, he didn't like that the Muslims were divided like that. So he took two of the companions. One, Ubay ibn Ka'b, who was from the ulama of the Quran, and the other one, Tamim al-Dari. He told Tamim al-Dari, you read the Quran and don't read such long verses so that the weak people from the du'afa and the women, they can pray.